And we are live from the softball complex here at Tuskegee University, getting set for softball action. Doubleheader action for you this afternoon as the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee get set to meet the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, and that means that something's going to have to give here this afternoon. Both teams come into this ball game or this doubleheader set having won their last 10 conference ball games in a row, and somebody out of this bunch will come away with their first loss over their last 10 ball games. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee 15-3 overall and 10-0 in the SIAC. Lady Badgers 13-11 overall, and they are 8-1 in the SIAC. Golden Lady Badgers predicted to finish first in the West. They're second right now, and they are in second place behind the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, who right now are number 1 in the West, and they were predicted to finish number 2. So that gives you some kind of inference with regard to how important this ball game is for both teams and what it means for them in terms of positioning, going closer to the end of the season and headed toward the softball tournament at the beginning of May or end of April. So the teams are jockeying for that position. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee coming into this ball game batting .354 as a team. Lady Badgers as a team, .301 batting for them. It will be a parade of all conference players in this ball game. For the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, Kamaya Hampton and Caroline Clark, and for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, Rika Hinton. She just won Player of the Week last week. Leanne Turk, Oscar Carter, and Amanda Golwacki, as well as Melody Villar, are all conference players for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. So it should be a good softball game, the first and the second, between these teams on the West Division of the SIAC, and teams will really be vying to see if they can win this contest to keep their momentum. One team will continue undefeated in conference play in their last 10 outings. It'll be Emma Curry, the junior, going against the freshman Monica Rose for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee when we get set for softball action, and that's just ahead on GTSN. We'll take a break and come back with more here to get things started. Stay with us.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities. Healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes. We're back.
No, I didn't get that. And we're live here at Softball Complex with head coach Dietrich Randall. And coach, a significant ball game for both squads. What's it going to take for the Golden Tigers to come away with a win?
Well, just to minimize mistakes, and line up and play how we normally play. Hit the ball.
Good luck, coach. Okay, just ahead, Golden Tigers softball. Take a break here on GTSN.
For five-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game.
Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
And we're back live here at the softball complex at Tuskegee University. The Golden Tigers of Tuskegee getting set to host the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Softball action on a doubleheader. And McCurry going for the Lady Badgers, and on the mound for the Golden Tigers, it's the freshman Monica Rose. Rose at a 2.45 ERA, 7-1 on the season, and first pitch, and we're underway. And Rose's first pitch is over for strike one. Glad you could join us for our coverage here on GTSN. Charles Ward here with the story. And our production crew on a day here in Tuskegee with a slight wind. Cross breeze coming from right to left in center field. And the second pitch by Rose, that was a little bit off the plate. At the plate for the Lady Badgers is Rika Hinton. Hinton, player of the week in the SIAC last week. Over the course of the crossover, she was 10 of 19 batting for the Lady Badgers, had 6 home runs and scored 15 runs with 7 RBI in that stretch of ball games over the crossover. Right now, ahead in the count, 2-1, and takes a pitch down low from Rose in the strike zone, so that takes the count to 3-1. Rose, this will be her 10th appearance or 11th appearance for the Golden Tigers. And a swing and a miss there by Hinton on a good pitch there from Rose down low in the zone. So Monica brings the count to even at 3-2 as we're just underway here from the softball field at Tuskegee University. 3-2 pitch on its way now. Rose squares and in the circle delivers and fouled back there by Hinton to stay alive. Tuskegee coming into this ball game after defeating Point in a doubleheader. And back in the conference play now, 3-2 count. And here's the pitch. This one popped up on the infield, backpedaling toward right field, and the catch going to be made there by Carol Ross at second base for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. So Hinton's retired here for the first time in the lineup for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. So that'll bring up Asha Carter. Carter, first team all-conference player, the sophomore from Destrehan, Louisiana, 246 batting average. And she'll bat from the left side. Rose squares the circle, brings the heat. That one's bunted right back to the mound. Rose with it, fires over the first. Catch made there. And Ross able to hang on to that bag. She was coming off a little bit off balance, but able to stay on there. And that's out number 2 here in the top of this first inning. So good job there by Rose of jumping off the circle there to get to that bunt to her right. So 2 down here. And at the plate now it's Mackenzie King. King, a junior from Mobile, Alabama. She bats .293. 1 ball, no strikes. This pitch, middle of the zone, but a little bit high there. Tim Slama with the call from behind the plate. He's joined by James Walden handling the bases to officiate this ball game. 2-0 pitch. This one swung on and missed. Good pitch there by Rose. Got the corner with a fastball. That will make it 2-1. And Mackenzie steps back in. 2-1 delivery. This one chopped on and fouled just beyond the Lady Badger bench to our right side. Glad you could join us for our coverage on GTSN. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, 15-3 overall and 10-0 in the SIAC. Right now, #1 team in the West of the conference. This is the month that's so critical for softball in the SIAC. Teams continuing to position themselves for postseason play. Top 8 go to the SIAC championships. Pitch there by Rose, a little bit out of the zone. That'll take the count to 3-1 as Mackenzie steps out. And now back inside the box. And Monica toes the rubber. She's ready. And the 3-1 delivery from her. Good pitch on the ground to the shortstop. Morales scoops, fires across the diamond, and gets the out on the throw from shortstop. So the Lady Badgers go 1-2-3 here in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. Golden Tigers coming to the plate after this on GTSN.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Be the you you've always wanted to be. Wind Creek Casino. It's your kind of fabulous.
Back live here, take a look at the starting lineup for the Golden Tigers in terms of the batting order. It'll be Tamaya Martin. She'll be the designated hit player in this ball game. She'll bat first. Alleran Beckley, she'll be out in right field and bat second. And she'll be followed by Kaylee Rodon. Kaylee behind the plate catching for the Golden Tigers, and she will bat third. That trio will go up against Emma Curry, the junior from Slidell, Louisiana. Curry, 3.22 ERA and 5 wins and 3 losses on the season, appearing in her 12th ball game for the Lady Badgers. So, set for the Golden Tigers on offense. Martin looks at a ball off the plate to start this bat for Tuskegee. Martin on the season, .333 batting average, 6 RBI for the junior from Nettleton, Mississippi. Pitch there up high in the zone from Curry, so good eye there by Tamaya to take the count to 2-0. Bottom of the first. Lady Badgers retired 3 up, 3 down in the top half. This pitch on the corner by Curry, and Martin now with a 2-1 count, still ahead as she steps back into the batter's box. Curry in the circle and fires. Bunt attempt there and a strike on Martin. Swung through that bunt, so the count now at 2-2. Spring Hill out of Mobile, Alabama. Since their entry into the SIAC, one of the more dominant teams in conference softball, as Martin swats at that pitch and comes up empty. So Tamaya retired on strikes, and that'll bring up Alleran Beckley to the plate for Tuskegee. Beckley, the junior from Potomac, Mississippi, transferred to Tuskegee from Itawamba Community College, so she'll step in. Back-to-back left-handed batters for head coach Dietrich Randall and the Golden Tigers. Curry with the pitch, and that was just out of the zone up high. Beckley with 17 RBI, 16 total bases for her. Curry behind in the count and fires. That pitch low and off the plate. Coming in at the corners was Pacheco and Gordon at first and third. Count now, 2 balls, no strikes on Beckley. Curry with the pitch, same zone. This time she got it closer to the plate, at the black of the plate, called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on Beckley. Trying to get the first run on board for the Golden Tigers. Beckley, Emma Curry now. This one up in the zone and tight, takes the count to 3-1. Curry on the mound. Taylor Pittman doing the catching for the Lady Badgers. Pacheco at third, Pierce at short, Mackenzie King at second, and Jeslyn Gordon at first. That's the infield for the Lady Badgers, as Beckley takes a swing and that one misses, and that'll take the count full to 3-2. In the outfield, it's Glowacki out in left, Hinton in center, and Carter in right field for the Lady Badgers. Hannah Fieldmore is in her first year as a head coach. Good eye there by Alleran Beckley, and she's aboard with a walk. So Tuskegee with his first runner of this softball game. Beckley gets there on the walk, and that'll bring up Kaylee Rodan. Kaylee, the senior, 281 batting average. Runner aboard is Beckley. 1 down, bottom of the first. First pitch is off the plate from Curry. And Kaylee, the senior, we'll see if she sees a strike before she starts that bat up. Curry squares in the circle and fires. This one down the middle for a strike, and the throw down to second base, and the easy pick off of Beckley down at second. Halloran didn't even slide on that play. Thought she had it stolen, but a good throw from behind the plate by Taylor Pittman. And Beckley is caught stealing down at second base. So Tuskegee with that runner board, now retired. It's Roldan at the plate with a 1-1 count and nobody aboard. She'll square showing her bunt. Now pulls back, swings at the pitch and drives it to the shortstop. Fielded there by Pierce across the diamond. And the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee retired. They got a walk in that inning, but the pickoff at second base, and Tuskegee comes up emptying here in the bottom of the first. So we head to the second scoreless here at Tuskegee University. More baseball ahead on GTSN. And we're back live here at the softball complex at Tuskegee University. Top of the second we go. No score between the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Lady Badgers will send up their first three here in the top of the second. Destiny Pierce, Bethany Aarons, and Jesselyn Gordon, the three. Followed by Taylor Pittman, Jenna Pacheco, Amanda Glowacki, and Emma Curry pitching. She won't be in the batting rotation, but they'll finish with Glowacki and then back to the top. Monica Rose on the mound for Tuskegee, the freshman from Pleasant Grove, Alabama. Good numbers for her. A great compliment to the pitching rotation of Kamaya Hampton and Caroline Clark for Tuskegee. Rose taking on a lot of the starting responsibilities for Coach Randall and Tuskegee, and she has been a gem so far. Pierce steps in. Rose fires. First pitch popped up behind first base. Thompson gives chase, and following it behind Thompson is Kel Ross from second base. Ross able to run under that softball in foul territory for the out. Good job there by Ross to follow that play. It was over the head of Alexis at first base, but Carroll able to catch it and for the out to start the second. So that'll bring up Aarons to the plate. Aarons would throw down the second to catch Beckley stealing in the bottom of the first, erase that runner for Tuskegee. She looks at ball two, that's low in the zone from Rose. Aarons, a sophomore from Wisconsin, 389 batting average for her. And another pitch down in the zone from Rose. So 3-0 count as Aarons tries to become the first base runner for the Lady Badgers. 3-0 pitch from Rose. She squares on the rubber and fires. That one splits the plate down the middle for strike one. Rose with 65 strikeouts on the season. Fires here. This one popped up on the infield. Actually going to make it out to the outfield and center field. Harrison circles there, and an easy can of corn for her on that catch for the second out here in the top of the first inning. Jesselyn Gordon, the freshman from Fairhope, Alabama, steps in. She bats .304 on the season. And Rose with her first pitch is off the plate and low. Gordon with 17 RBI, swings at that pitch down, and that will get down for a base hit in left field. Hit it the opposite way and got it down. Chasing in was McNair, but Shanna not able to run that one down in fair territory. So the Lady Badgers have their first runner of the ball game. Comes on a base hit by Gordon out in left field. So now that'll bring up Taylor Pittman. Pittman takes that first pitch for a strike from Rose. That same area, but this time the pitch called low. And beg your pardon, we're talking about Bethany Aarons. It's actually Taylor Pittman who's behind the plate for the Lady Badgers in this first ball game for the Lady Badgers. So Pittman credited with throwing out Beckley down at second base. Bethany Aarons is the designated player for the Lady Badgers, and she was able to bat, and she popped up that one out in the center field. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Pittman steps back in. Runner at first base. Rose with the pitch. That one just low, taking the count to 2-2. Trying to keep that softball in tight so Pittman can't get those outstretched arms across the plate. Count it 2-2. Rose fires here. This one popped up and out of play. Just past the Lady Badger dugout to our right. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down, top of the second. Down at first base is Jesselyn Gordon. She's singled to left field. And Pittman, the senior from Waynesboro, Mississippi, steps back in. Pitch popped up again. Same location and out of play. Rose on the season for Tuskegee. 54 1/3 innings pitched coming into today's ball game. That one off the plate. That'll make the count full at 3-2. Pittman steps back in. Rose looking to see if she can't come with a pitch there to get him out of this inning. Here it comes in a 3-2. Chopped on to the shortstop. In between hops, throw over the first base. That's true. Nicely done by Morales. And Tuskegee gets out of that jam. The base hit by Gordon does not haunt Tuskegee in that top of the second. We're ahead to the bottom half of the second. Tuskegee to the plate. Tied 0-0.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game.
Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Welcome back, everybody. We're live here at the Tuskegee Softball Complex. Bottom of the second we go. Scoreless ball game between the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Golden Tigers getting set to send up first baseman Alexis Thompson, followed by the third baseman Ava Meredith, and then Carol Ross, the second baseman, will be third in the lineup as Thompson steps in. Thompson, a senior from New Orleans, batting .467. Curry with the first pitch. Thompson swings this one down in the right field line, angling there and on the run. Asha Carter makes that catch for the Lady Badgers to retire Thompson on the first pitch. That'll bring up Ava Meredith. Ava, the junior from Las Vegas. Curry fires first pitch. Swung on and missed by Meredith. Ava on the season, .357 batting average, 15 of 42. 14 RBI, 25 total bases. Takes a look at a curveball. That one's over, but at the point of the break, it was past the plate and in for ball 1. So the count at 1-1 now. Good change of pace there by Curry, but she did not get a call. 1 down, bottom of the second. Curry again with the pitch. This one in for a ball off the plate, and that'll take the count to 2-1. Good eye there by Ava in the box for Tuskegee. Ahead in the count, 2-1. Curry fires. This one swatted on and fouled directly back to take it even at 2-2. Curry, first team all-conference pitcher for the Lady Badgers. 45 2/3 innings prior to the day's start. Another change up by Curry, this one off the plate. That'll take it full at 3-2 for Meredith. Carol Ross on deck. She's able to get on. It'll be Victoria Harrison. 3-2 pitch from Curry. Swung on and missed by Meredith. So Meredith was retired, the second strikeout of the ball game for Curry for the Lady Badgers. And Carol Ross to the plate now for Tuskegee, the senior from Whitler, California. .364 batting average for Carol as she steps in. Tuskegee looking for its first hit off of Curry in the ball game. They had a runner aboard with Beckley on a base on balls, but she was caught stealing at second base. First pitch off the plate to Ross. Curry again from the circle. And that one high in the zone as well. Getting some really good quality camera shots from our crew there. That one from behind center field, and this one here from the first base dugout. As you see Carol Ross standing in for Tuskegee. Head in the count 0-2. Takes a pitch down the middle of the plate, and that'll take the count to 2-1. Oh, correction, that ball was called low by Slama. Tim Slama from behind the plate thought he indicated strike, but instead it's ball 3. So Ross ahead in the count, and here's a 3-0. And now finally Curry finds the plate with that pitch on a 3-0, and she'll make it 3-1 after the strike call. Bottom of the second, still scoreless. Ross ahead in the count 3-1. Curry with the pitch. This one popped up on the infield. Mackenzie King at second base says she has it, and true to her word, she squeezes it there, and Tuskegee retired here in the bottom of the second. So we head to the third, scoreless between the Lady Badgers and the Golden Tigers. More softball ahead on GTSN.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Be the you you've always wanted to be. Wind Creek Casino. It's your kind of fabulous.
Back live here at the softball complex, Tuskegee University. No score between the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, 13-11 overall and 8-1 in the SIAC. And the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, 15-3 overall and 10-0 in conference play. Both teams coming into this ball game winners of their last 10 conference contests. And starting off with a strike is Rose on Jenna Pacheco for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. It'll be Pacheco, Glowacki, and back to the top of their lineup with Hinton here in the top of the third. This one down and for a base hit in left field. That one will roll all the way to the fence, and turning, digging towards second base and on the slide. It'll be Pacheco in with a double to start things off here in the top of the third for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. So Amanda Glowacki now set to step in, and the Lady Badgers with a scoring threat here in the top of the third with Pacheco down at second base. Nobody out. Pitch up and out of the zone on Glowacki. Glowacki, a junior from Barrington Hills, Illinois, second team all SIAC for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Rose missed on that first pitch. And this pitch on the inside. Pacheco down at second. She doubled to get there to start the top of the third. 2-1 count on Glowacki. And here's a 2-1 delivery. And that one's on the corner for strike 2. Wacky back in the box. Good pitch here from Rose. On the inside corner, thought she had it there. Trying to change that location. Previous pitch was a strike on the outside. Back to the inside, but they miss. And this one chopped on and foul right side. And out of play. Count full on Glowacki. Pacheco down at second base for Spring Hill. 3-2 from Rose on its way. Popped up again and out of play behind the Badger bench. Glowacki, a .265 hitter for the Lady Badgers. 3-2 on its way by Rose. Popped up. Thompson right in front of the Badger bench, and she had enough room there to squeeze it for the out. Alexis just kept going and ran into that fence line over there in front of the dugout, but able to get the glove up there and make the catch for Tuskegee. That's a big out for the Golden Tigers here in the top of the third with Pacheco down at second base. So good work there by Thompson at first base. One down, and at the plate we're back to the top of the order with Hinton stepping in. Hinton popped up to Carol Ross at second base her last time up. This time she's at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Leads the team in total bases. Swings at that one and pops that one out of play with 48. Also has 17 RBI on the season for the Lady Badgers. Leads the team in slugging percentage at .800. Solid all-around player for the Lady Badgers. Squares there and bunts that one foul behind the plate. Rodan dove for it, but just out of her reach. And that'll make it 1-2 on Hinton as she steps back in. Pacheco doubled to start the top of the third. One out on a pop-up to first baseman Alexis Thompson. And a 1-2 here on Hinton. Here's the pitch. Swung on and wide of third. And foul ball. Count will remain 1-2 on Hinton. Hinton, a senior from Mobile, Alabama, steps back in. And the freshman Monica Rose towing the rubber for Tuskegee. Peers in, and she is ready with the pitch. This one swung on and missed. That's another big out there for Tuskegee. Over the third base, though, Pacheco, she'll slide in there after the strike out of Hinton. So that's a big out number 2 here in the top of the third inning. And Pacheco is able to go over to third after the strikeout. So that'll bring up Carter. Carter swings at the first pitch and fouls that one off to the left. Monica Rose, the freshman, trying to work her way out of the jam here after giving up that double to Pacheco to start the top of the third. Ahead in the count on Carter. 0-1 delivery by Rose. That one over but low in the count at 1-1. Pacheco down at third base, getting some instruction from head coach Hannah Fillmore. She's in her first season with the Badger program. 1-1 pitch. This one swung on and fouled back by Carter again. So Monica Rose now just one pitch away from getting out of this top of the third jam. 1-2, she's ahead of Carter in the count. And Rose readies and fires. This one fouled off again, left side. Carter behind on the pitch from Rose. Last 3 pitches have been fouled off to the left side. 1 ball, 2 strikes, top of the third. Runner at third. Rose with the pitch. This one again fouled off to the right side. Just about in the same spot in the netting to our left. Count remains 1-2. 2 down, top of the third. Rose with the pitch. This one, line driving, caught there at short second base by Carol Ross. And the freshman Monica Rose able to rise to the challenge here and got the 3 outs after giving up the double to start the top of the third. So we go to the bottom half of the third, still scoreless. Golden Tigers coming back to the plate.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Be the you you've always wanted to be. Wind Creek Casino. It's your kind of fabulous.
Golden Tigers defensively treading through some waters there at the top of the third. Gave up an early double, did the freshman pitcher Monica Rose, but they were able to work through that. And the Lady Badgers come up empty in the top of the third. So Tuskegee now to the plate to see if they can register something here in the bottom of the third. And they will send up center fielder Victoria Harrison first, followed by the shortstop Jessica Morales. And then Shauna McNair will follow. Curry, the junior, first pitch is on the corner for strike one. Victoria, a grad student from Hamilton, Mississippi, .212 batting average, took that first pitch for a strike. This one chopped on and pop up to the shortstop. Destiny Pierce got a lead on that one. She'll squeeze it for out number one here in the bottom of the third. So that'll bring up Jessica Morales, grad student from Deatsville, Alabama. Jessica, 286 batting average, 14 of 49 coming into today's play. One down, swing and a mitt, and Morales fouls that one off back to the screen, just to our right. One down here in the bottom of the third. Just like we suspected, a tight ball game. Two of the best pitchers in the SIAC. With Curry for the Lady Badgers and Rose as this one's out and down in the right field. And that'll be in for a base hit by Morales to get things started here for Tuskegee in the bottom of the third. So Jessica just going with that pitch and took it out the right field, and she's aboard for Tuskegee. That'll bring up Shauna McNair. Shauna, part of the twin duo. She and her sister Shauna. Sets the bunt there and got that one foul and out of play. Twins out of Port St. Lucie, Florida. Transfers from Lane College into Tuskegee. So Shanna steps back in. Behind in the count 0-1. Bunts this one, and this one is caught there by the first baseman. They're going to have the double off there at first base. Leaving there on that play. Tim Slama, the umpire, saying that the catch was made by the first baseman coming up the line, Gordon. And then James Walden, the umpire in the field. The two of them collaborate, but it looks like it's going to go as a double off there, as a catch was made on the bunt attempt that was popped up, and Gordon able to catch it and threw it back to first base as Harrison had left the bag, assuming that bunt was going to get down and play. So the double play ends the bottom of the third for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. We head to the top of the fourth, still scoreless, Lady Badgers and Golden Tigers. Back live here at the softball complex at Tuskegee University. We head into the fourth inning. Nothing but zeros on the scoreboard so far. Tuskegee started that bottom of the third. Morales got on with a single. But at the plate, it was Shauna McNair trying to bunt to get on and popped it up to the first baseman. The ball was caught in the air, and Morales, thinking that the bunt was going to get down, was off the bag, and he doubled her off there. So we head to the top of the fourth, and the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill will send up Mackenzie King. She grounded out to the shortstop. Morales, her last time up, this time out in the left field. Circling there is McNair, and she'll run it down for out number one. Good job there by McNair out in left field to circle under that softball to retire King. So Destiny Pierce to the plate now. She flew out to Carol Ross at second base her last time up. Rose with the pitch. Over but low on the inside for ball one. Pierce, a freshman from Houma, Louisiana. The pitch in that same location by Rose is low and off the plate. Pierce batting .390. Leads the team in hits with a total of 23. Ahead in the count here, 2 balls, no strikes. Rose with the pitch. This one popped up in the center field. Sliding to her left is Victoria Harrison, and she squeezes it for out number 2. A lot of range out there from the outfield for Tuskegee. Harrison, one of the veteran players, and knows this outfield extremely well and is extremely quick. So Pierce flies out to center. And Bethany Aarons now back up to the plate. Aarons, a designated player, flew out to center field her last time up. 2 down, top of the fourth. Rose with the pitch. That one in tight, taking the count to 1-1. Aarons, a sophomore from Chichito, Wisconsin. 1-1 pitch, swung on. She's late on the pitch on the swing. That'll take the count to 1-2. Monica Rose with good location so far over these first 4 innings. 1 pitch away from finishing the fourth. This one swung on and on the line there. McNair had it, but she dropped it. Came right to her glove out in left field, and Shauna not able to hold on to it. Right there in the glove after she made such a good effort on a fly ball prior to that to run that one down. This one right in front of her, but not able to squeeze it. So Aarons is aboard on the error out in left field. And to the plate is Jesalyn Gordon. Gordon singled her last time up, but was stranded. Takes a pitch there, down low, and count to 2-0. Aarons at first. Limited base runners in this ball game thus far, just 2 for Spring Hill. This one popped up and behind the catcher, Rodan. That'll make it 2-1, 2 down here, top of the fourth. Number 1 in the West, Golden Tigers, versus number 2 in the West, Lady Badgers. Rose with the 2-1 pitch. This one, little dribbler to the shortstop. Fielded there. Morales across the diamond. Stretching there is Thompson at first to make the catch and retire the Lady Badgers here in the top of the fourth. They threaten again, but they leave Aarons at first base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's still scoreless.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game.
Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
And we're back live here as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Still no score between the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Tuskegee back at the top of the order in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Tamaya Martin, followed by Alleran Beckley and Kaylee Rodan. The three for head coach Dietrich Randall here in the bottom of the fourth. Emma Curry, the junior, first team all-conference, still on the circle for the Lady Badgers. First pitch on the way, and that one's high and out of the zone. Martin showing bunt. Took that one high. Curry checking for the pitch. This one bunted. Third base side. Scooped there by the third baseman and down the line. Good play there by Pacheco. Coming up the line for the Lady Badgers to pick that up just right of the circle. And the throw was true to Gordon at first, and they retire Martin here in the top of the fourth. Alleran Beckley now, she's in the box. Got a board on a walk first time. This time she swats one beyond the shortstop, but coming in to make that play from center field was Rika Hinton, and Hinton showing defensive skills there. And Rika Hinton with that catch for the Lady Badgers out in center field to retire Beckley. Sure, Alleran thought that was going to get down for a base hit, but Hinton covering some ground, playing a little bit shallow there, was able to catch that ball in center field. So Rodan now steps in and takes the first pitch off the plate for ball one. Gust of wind here inside the Tuskegee softball complex going left to right. Kaylee looks at a pitch, that too off the plate. Kaylee from Ohio, Hawaii. Ahead in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Curry set with the pitch. That one off the plate as well. So the count now 3-0 on Rodan. 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Kaylee just trying to get on any way she can. She'll definitely take a walk. 0-3 pitch. And she took that pitch in her half of the plate for strike one. 3-1 count. Curry set to deliver for the Lady Badgers. This one swung on and fouled out of play right side. That'll take the count to full on Rodan. Grounded out to the shortstop the last time up. 3-2 here, bottom of the fourth. This one again to the shortstop, gobbled there by Pierce. And an easy 1-2-3 inning there for Curry and the Lady Badgers. So we head to the top of the fifth and still scoreless.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities. Healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes.
Pitchers duel going on here at the softball complex at Tuskegee University. Emma Curry and the freshman Monica Rose battling, and right now each has posted zeros over the last 4 innings as we head into the top of the fifth. Scoreless between the Lady Badgers and the Golden Tigers. Rose set for action. Coming to the plate for the Lady Badgers will be Taylor Pittman to start the top of the fifth. She'll be followed by Pacheco and then Glowacki. The 3 for Hannah Fillmore. Pittman grounded out to Morales at shorter last time up. Takes the first pitch over from Rose for strike 1. Lady Badgers of Spring Hill batting .301 as a team. Slugging percentage at .436. Good change of pace there, and catching the corner on the curveball is Monica Rose for the Golden Tigers. Good pitch there by the freshman. Ahead in the count now, no balls, 2 strikes. Pittman steps back in. 0-2, this one out of the zone. Trying to see if they couldn't get Taylor to, or Pittman to chase on that softball. She did not. Count remains 1-2. Swung on and missed. Taylor chased that one out of the zone, and strikeout there for Monica Rose, her second of the ball game. Pittman retired here to begin the top of the 5th with a strikeout. That'll bring on Pacheco, third baseman for the Lady Badgers. She doubled her last time up, then stole a base over the third, but was stranded there as Tuskegee and Monica Rose able to pitch out of that jam. First pitch to Pacheco this time is a strike. Another pitch, this one over but low, I guess. Tim Slama calling that one a ball. That'll make it 1-1 on the count. Pristine day here in Tuskegee. This one swatted out to center field, backpedaling is Harrison. And Harrison near the fence line to squeeze that one for the out for Tuskegee. So Pacheco flies out deep to center field. And that'll bring up Glowacki for the Lady Badgers. Glowacki popped up to Thompson at first base the last time. This one on the ground. Morales fields and fires across the diamond. 1-2-3 inning for the freshman Monica Rose. Tuskegee at the bottom of the 5th, trying to see if they can change the scoreboard up a little bit, at least to get some number on the scoreboard for the Golden Tigers. See if they can do that after this break.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game.
Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
All right, bottom of the 5th we go now. The Golden Tigers of Tuskegee and the Lady Badgers scoreless. And that'll be Alexis Thompson getting set to come to the plate for the Golden Tigers. Flew out to right field her last time up, followed by Ava Meredith and Carol Ross, the 3 for Coach Randall here in the bottom of the 5th. Alexis takes the first pitch off the plate for ball 1. .25 RBI on the season for Thompson. She leads the team in that category. Also leads the team in total bases with 37. Swings in a line drive out in left field. That'll get down for the base hit. Thompson circles first base and holds up there. So Alexis getting things started here in the 5th with a base hit out the left field. We'll have a substitute runner for Alexis. And coming on the run for her, it'll be Shauna McNair. Shauna and Shanna, the twin duo for the Golden Tigers. And Shauna on the base pads. Shauna just coming off of that. Shauna coming off of that injured reserve list for Tuskegee. back into action this afternoon for the first time. And at the plate for the Golden Tigers, Ava Meredith. Squares the bunt, popped it up right to the catcher for an out there at the plate. Not exactly how Tuskegee scripted that up, and Meredith is retired. So one down here in the bottom of the fifth, and to the plate Carol Ross, the second baseman. McNair at first. Here's the pitch. Off the plate for ball one. Curry from the circle. Ross in the box. And the delivery. That ball off the plate as well. Same zone as the previous pitch. And Ross ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Shauna McNair down at first base. Substitute running for Alexis Thompson. And Curry finds the strike zone on that pitch to take the count to 2-1. Ross steps out. Knows how important this bat is for Tuskegee, trying to get that runner moved down to second. 2-1. Fouled back by Ross at the screen to take it to 2-2. Curry set from the circle. 2-2. That one's up inside the zone. Takes the count to full. So good eye there by Ross. Just want to keep this line moving. Count full here. McNair at first. 3-2 pitch. On its way from Curry. That one off the plate, and Ross coaxed the walk out of Curry. So good eye there by the senior, and she's aboard. McNair pushes down the second base. So Tuskegee trying to get something going here. Bottom of the fifth. Ross will be run for on the base pads as well. That's Peyton Dunham, the sophomore from Birmingham. Grabs a helmet and gets over to first base. So it'll be Victoria Harrison, the center fielder, to the plate for Tuskegee. With 2 runners aboard. Shauna McNair down at second. And over at first base running now Peyton Dunham. Alexis Thompson got a single out to left field, and she was run for in the lineup by McNair. And Harrison at the plate to see if she can't drive in a run here. Takes the first pitch on the inside. Victoria flew out to the shortstop, or popped up to the shortstop her last time up. 1 down here. Swings at a pitch, line drive, but it's wide at third base. Inside of that Tuskegee dugout to our left. Gust of wind kicking up here inside the ballpark. Flag blowing straight out at this point. 1-1. Harrison steps up in the box. Pitch swung on and fouled directly back to make it 1-2. Tuskegee with runners at first and second. Scoreless here in the bottom of the fifth. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the center fielder, Victoria Harrison. Curry on the pitch. Took a pitch on the inside, Victoria did, and that was off the plate. Count even at 2-2 now. Two delivery. Popped up and out of play by Harrison, so she'll stay alive. Carol Ross got a walk after the base hit by Thompson, with the substitute runners McNair at second and Dunham at first. Victoria trying to push them around. 1 down, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Low and off the plate. Good eye there by Victoria. She'll take the count to 3-2. Tuskegee trying to sting right here in the bottom of the fifth to claim a lead. 1 down, 3-2 pitch. Curry with the pitch. This one swung on and missed. Nice change of pace there by Curry on the pitch to retire Victoria Harrison. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th, and Curry trying to work her way out of the jam for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. At the plate for Tuskegee now is Morales. Jessica popped it up on the infield, circling toward the third base line, and fielded there by the shortstop Destiny Pierce to end the rally by the Golden Tigers. So Tuskegee, they put 2 on here in the bottom of the 5th, and they lead them stranded there, and we head to the 6th, still scoreless.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game.
Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15.
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
Still scoreless as we head into the top of the 6th now. Rika Hinton to the plate for the Lady Badgers. Swings at that first pitch and pops it up just in front of the Badger dugout. This time Alexis runs out of room for Tuskegee. Made a good catch there in the previous inning for an out, but this time not enough real estate there. 0-1 to Hinton. Hinton struck out her last time in the 3rd. And Monica Rose, the freshman pitcher, winds and delivers. That one on the inside for ball 1. Hinton leads the Lady Badgers in base on balls with 14. 1-1 count here from Rose. Rose with the pitch. This one swung on and through the hole for a base hit up the middle. So Hinton aboard here in the top of the 6th with a base hit. And that .350 batting average. And the player of the week for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. She's aboard with that single. Scoreless through the top of the 6th. And at the plate for the Lady Badgers, Asha Carter steps in. Rose going on the first pitch, throw down by Rodan. That was offline, and stealing second base is Hinton for the Lady Badgers. No doubt about it, she was going first opportunity she had. So she steals her 14th base on the season for the Lady Badgers. 14 of 14 stealing for Spring Hill. Coach Randall now calling over umpire Tim Slama. Maybe questioning whether Hinton left too soon on that base steal. Now they're going to go out to James Walden and ask about that as well. Coach Randall, that quiet demeanor, still gets its point across in terms of asking questions, but this steal is going to stand. And down at second is Hinton, and Carter back to the plate. First pitch from Rose was a strike to Carter, so it's an 0-1 count. And Carter will step back in. Hinton down at second, squares the bunt, missed there. Hinton about halfway between second and third, puts on the brakes and heads back to second. Meanwhile, no balls, 2 strikes on Carter. Rose can see if she can't work herself out of this jam. 0-2 pitch on its way. This one swung on and fouled off to the left side. Carter, .246 batting average. She's first team all conference along with Hinton as well as Leanne Turk. This one just off the plate. Good pitch there and a good call there by Rodan to call for that pitch. Thought they might get Carter to bite on it. She held firm to count at 1-2. Hinton down at second base. Here comes Rose with the pitch. This one fouled directly back. That'll make it a 1-2. Went right after on that pitch. See if they go change of pace here off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here, top of the 6th. Hinton down at second for the Badgers. This one swung on, foul tipped. Rodan not able to hang on to that one. And Carter will have another life at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes. Rose on the delivery. Swatted on and fouled toward the Tuskegee dugout to our left. And the count remains 1-2. Nice contingent for Spring Hill to our right. Fans following the program here into Tuskegee. 1-2 count, and this one fouled back again. And as usual, healthy dose of Tuskegee fans to our left, including parents. Arnold Houston, former sports information director here at Tuskegee University. The legendary Arnold Houston in attendance here. Behind third base, that one called on a pop-up by Morales. They retire Carter after a series of pitches from her. So Carter flies out to Morales at short, but a little bit behind third on that grab. So 1 down here in the top of the 6th inning. And Rika Hinton remains down at second base for Spring Hill. Mackenzie King down to the plate. She flew out to left field her first time up and takes the first pitch for a strike from Monica Rose. Hinton got a single to start things off at the top of the 6th, then stole second base. Rose with the pitch. Inside corner off the plate. Count to 1-1. Rodan hopping out of there after taking that pitch on the inside. Almost daring Hinton to try to take third. Count at 1-1. King steps back in. This one on the ground. Morales bobbled it momentarily. Got it across the diamond and safe at first base. Thompson lost it and it runs near the second base, but Alex is able to run it down after it came out of her glove at first. The bobble there by Morales made the difference in getting that out at first base. So King is aboard. After Jessica not able to field that one cleanly. Hinton stayed put at second because that ball was hit in front of her. But Destiny Pierce at the plate. This one bunted at the first base line. They got the out there at first. The runners move up with Hinton over to third and Mackenzie down to second. So 2 down here in the top of the 6th. And Bethany Aarons to the plate. Now she'll swing and drive one to center field deep over the head, and this one's going to go the distance. So Aarons with a 3-1 bomb out to center field, and Spring Hill breaks loose here in the top of the 6th inning. And they'll go up 3-0 as Aarons got a pitch right down the middle and drove it deep to center field for the home run. So Aarons clears the bases for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Aarons on the season. That's her 3rd home run, and that's a 3-run shot there to give the Lady Badgers a 3-0 lead. Boy, so that error at short costly by Morales. And Aarons clears the bases with the home run. And she'll plate Hinton and McKenzie as a result. So now Tuskegee, late in the ball game, finds himself trailing after that ball is into play, and they'll retire the batter there. But at the end of the top half of the 6th, Tuskegee trailing now 3-0 to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. See what the Lady Tigers can do when they come to the plate this time at the bottom of the 6th.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Be the you you've always wanted to be. Wind Creek Casino. It's your kind of fabulous.
Bottom of the 6th we go. Suddenly Tuskegee finds itself trailing to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Long ball by Bethany Aarons with 2 aboard makes it 3-0 the Lady Badgers. And Tuskegee now with a bit of work in front of him. Got to do it from the plate. McNair in the box for Tuskegee. And Shanna takes that first pitch for a strike. Popped up to the first baseman last time up. Behind in the count here, 0-1. Curry deals, and this one popped up first base line and down and out of play. So Shauna now back at the plate for Tuskegee, down in the count 0-2. Curry with the pitch, change of pace there, and got McNair way out front there on that slow change up. So McNair retired on the strikeout here in the bottom of the 6th. And they go back to the top of the order now with Maya Martin stepping in for Tuskegee. Martin looking to get aboard for the first time in the ball game. Swats at the first pitch, and this one out of play. Grounded out to the third baseman Pacheco, our last time up. Behind in the count here, 0-1. 1 down, bottom of the 6th. 3-0 lead for Spring Hill. Change up there by Curry, but this one high and out of the zone. 1-1 count. Curry back to that chart on her left arm. Swinging through that pitch is Martin, and she's down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, two. That one just low and off the plate. Martin happy to have another chance in the box. That pitch could have gone either way. It's 2-2 instead. 1 down, bottom of the 6th. Here's this pitch to swat it on, and Martin retired on the strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts by Curry in the bottom half of the 6th. And the Halloran Beckley up to the plate now. Beckley got on a walk in the first inning, stole second base, but was stranded there and flew out to center field in the 4th. This one over the head, but leaping there at shortstop is Pierce to make up the ground and make the catch on the fly. It was a line drive. Pierce timed it perfectly and able to get the hops and get the catch for out number 3. So Tuskegee goes quietly here in the bottom of the 6th, and we head to the top of the 7th with the Lady Badgers leading at 3-0. On the mound, Monica Rose. You can see her. They're getting her warm-up tosses in as she gets set to go to the top of the 7th against the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. They stung a Rose for 3 in the top of the 6th on a 3-run homer by Bethany Aarons to break things open. And now they lead going into the top of the 7th with Taylor Pittman headed to the plate. She struck out her last time in the 5th inning. So needless to say, Tuskegee needs to take the Badgers out here, 3 up and 3 down if they can, keep it at 3-0, and then try to make a charge here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch is high and off the plate as Pittman takes ball 1. 1-0 pitch. This one out to right field, but wide of first base and foul, picking the count to 1-1. Pittman struck out in the 5th, grounded out to the shortstop Morales in the 2nd. Count even at 1-1. Top of the 7th, 3-0 lead for Spring Hill. Rose with the pitch. Change of pace on her pitch, and that one off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike to Pittman. Pacheco's next in the Lady Badger lineup, followed by Glowacki. This one popped up. Thompson giving chase, but out of room again. This one hitting the top of the Spring Hill dugout. Two and two the count to Pittman. She'll step back in. Rose toes to rubber. That one high in the zone. Count to full at 3-2. 3-2 offering popped up and out of play again. Good battle here between Rose and Pittman. Count even at 3-2. Full count. This one popped up and out of play one more time in that same area. Umpire Tim Slama out of softballs at the moment, waiting to collect some of these foul balls that were hit off to the right side by Taylor Pittman. Got enough now to resume play. Couple softballs down over by our second production truck here at the softball complex, and Pittman coaxes the walk out of Rose after a series of foul balls. Good batting by her to get aboard for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. So in the top of the 7th, she's aboard with the walk. And Jenna Pacheco, the third baseman, set to come to the plate. I think she's going to be substitute run for. That will be Pittman at first base. They'll have a substitute runner for her. I think that's Abigail Christ, the freshman from New Orleans, on the base pads. And set to check in the box is Jenna Pacheco. Rose with the pitch. Going on the first pitch, throw down the second base. Sliding under that is Christ, and she's still on the base. Not sure if Rodan was expecting Christ to take off on that first pitch. She was squatted when she threw that ball down to second base. Pitch was a ball to Pacheco, so a stolen base. And Pacheco on the ground left side, and that's through for a base hit. Plate of the plate, they'll have a look at it, but the throw is wide, and Christ is able to score and headed to third base. And sliding in or walking in over to third base is Pacheco. So Pacheco got it down, got a double on the hit to left field, and then the throw to the plate, able to slide over to third base, or to take third base after the throw to the plate was high and wide. So the Badgers push across another run. After Christ came on, she stole second, and then Pacheco got that double down in the left field. And Pacheco, or Christ, scoring for Pittman, who she substitute ran for. And right now the Lady Badgers extend their lead to 4-0. And still nobody out here. And at third base, Pacheco will settle over there, and coming to the plate, they go right back. Looks like it's going to be Glowicki, then it'll be Hinton at the top of the lineup. So a dangerous little patch here for Tuskegee. They gave up 3 in the 6th, giving up 1 here in the top of the 7th. And Glowacki set to come to the plate, and she'll have Pachetko at third base, and they will try to manufacture that run in as well. Right now they lead 4-0. Already pushed 1 across in this sequence. As Glowacki swings at the first pitch and up the middle for a clean base hit. So that was easy for the Lady Badgers. Glowacki with a base hit up the middle, and scoring on that play from third was Pachetko. She doubled, got a base, got over to third base on a throwing error to the plate, or a high throw to the plate, and she's pushed across with Glowacki getting that RBI with a single up the middle. Now Hinton to the plate with nobody out, and she'll take a look at the first pitch, which is off the plate for ball 1. Hinton last time up, she singled, stole a base, and eventually scored. That pitch is low to take it to 2-0. Look at the scoreboard here. If this thing winds up the way that it's going toward the Lady Badgers, you'll see perhaps a score right now at 5-0. It could very well be more than that at the end of the ball game, and you'll think that that was close to a blowout, but nothing could be further from the truth. Lady Badgers didn't break it over and open until the top of the 6th with a 3-run homer. Pitch on the inside corner. Rose caught the corner there for the strike at 3-1. Hinton steps back in. 3-1 pitch. Pops it up center field. That's deep. Got some legs there toward the fence line and trying to make the catch, but not able to pull it in. Harrison, and that's over the wall for the home run by Hinton to clear the bases. So Hinton with a 2-run shot here in the top of the 7th. And they add 2 more to the lead here. So home runs by Aarons and Hinton late in this ball game. Blown things open here for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. They have pushed across 4 here in the top of the 7th to extend their lead to 7-0. So Harrison gave it a chase in center field, but not able to pull it back into play at the top of the padding in center field. Collided with that padding with the arms, but unable to pull it back into play. And at the plate now, it's Asha Carter for the Lady Badgers, and she fouls this pitch off. Still nobody out here in the top of the 7th. Already 4 across for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. They lead it 7-0. This one bunted on third baseline and rolls right under the glove of Meredith there, and aboard is Carter for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. So Badgers with Carter on board with her base hit under the glove of Meredith, who was coming up the line but misplayed that on an angle. So still nobody out, and Mackenzie King in the box now. Things just running off the rails here for Tuskegee here in the 6th and 7th. King takes the first pitch down the middle for strike 1. She got on an error by Morales at shortstop on a bobbled ball, and eventually came around to score as a part of that 3-run homer by Aarons in the top of the 6th. And now the Badgers, 4 already across here in the 7th. Down at first base is Carter with no one out, and Mackenzie King at the plate facing an 0-1 count. Rose with the pitch, going on that pitch at the plate, and easily stealing second base was Carter. Tuskegee, in terms of stealing defense, teams are 50 of 56 or 89% effective rate in terms of stealing against the Golden Tigers. Not much of a challenge in terms of challenging these runners for Spring Hill. That time Carter breaking on the first pitch, and she stole second. McKenzie on the ground now. This one fielded by Meredith. She'll look the runner back, and across the diamond, sliding into third was Carter after the throw across the diamond from Meredith to Thompson at first. Alexis trying to get it back across the diamond, but not quick enough. And then the third base is Carter. But one retired here in the top of the seventh, as Destiny Pierce settles in the box and takes the first pitch for a strike. Pierce on a 3-4 put out her last time up. Swings at this pitch deep into center field. This time Harrison ranging back toward the fence line and makes the catch there, but that's more than deep enough to score Carter from third base. So Pierce will get the RBI on our fly out to center field, and Carter crosses the plate, and that's 5 scored here for the Lady Badgers here in the top of the 5th, or beg your pardon, top of the 7th. They lead 8-0, and Aaron's back to the plate. She started the damage in the top of in the 6th inning with a 3-run shot to center field. And she's at the plate now here in the 7th with 2 down. 1-1 pitch. This one popped up and out of play to our right. So count even at 1-1. Rose with the pitch. Thompson giving chase up the line, the first base line, and this one out of play just to the right of the Spring Hill dugout. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Aaron steps back in. Two down, top of the 7th. This one shot out to left field, may get down, but on the rope coming McNair on the run, and she'll make the grab for out number 3. But they'll get that third out after a lot of damage done by the Lady Badgers at the plate. They push across 5 here in the top of the 7th. They lead it 8-0. And Tuskegee with his final stand here in the bottom of the 7th. More softball ahead on GTSN.
Broadcast coverage of Tuskegee Athletics on the Golden Tiger Sports Network is brought to you by Alabama Department of Public Health. Healthy people, healthy communities. Healthy Alabama. Booster Digital Displays, dedicated to providing high-quality, affordable LED displays with exceptional service. TNT Fireworks, celebrating more than 100 years of America's #1 best-selling brand of fireworks. Alabama Power, developed for the service of Alabama. Wind Creek Casino, Montgomery. Elevate your game to fabulous. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing. Coca-Cola, real magic. Zuby's Taco Kitchen, Yellowwood. And by Vibes Restaurant, we're all about good vibes.
Bottom of the 7th we go. Tuskegee got to make up an 8-run deficit to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Spring Hill just exploding here in the 6th and 7th inning. They got 3 in the 6th after a 3-run home run by Bethany Aarons. And then they pushed across 5 in the 7th, led by a 2-run shot from Rika Hinton. And they blow things open here with an 8-0 lead. And Emma Curry, the junior on the mound, working with a lot of comfort behind her. 5 wins, 3 losses on the season, trying to see if she can't get a 6th. But Tuskegee, 3 outs. They will send up here in the bottom of the 7th. Rodan, Thompson, and Meredith, the 3 for Coach Randall. Rodan grounded out to the shortstop last time up. Curry with the first pitch. That's over for strike 1. Long way to go for Tuskegee. Got to do it pitch by pitch, runner by runner, if they're able to try to come back from this 8-0 deficit. Rodan squares the bunt, takes that pitch, And that's down for a ball. One and one. Pitched on the way, and that one's low and off the plate. Stranger things have happened on a softball diamond. Tuskegee right now trailing 8-0. 2 balls, 1 strike on Roldan. Curry with the pitch. And that one on the inside. Three-1 the count on Roldan now. Curry back into the circle for Spring Hill. Here's the pitch. And that's a walk there to Roldan to start things here at the bottom of the 7th for Tuskegee. So Tuskegee got to take them 1 runner at a time. And Roldan is on first. Alexis Thompson is set to come to the plate for Tuskegee. Coach Randall coming up to talk to Tim Slama behind the plate. Going to have a substitute runner. That's what this will be about. Trying to get a little bit of speed on the bases. Coming out for Tuskegee. Looks like that's Akia Brown who will take the base pads for Tuskegee to replace Roldan, who drew the walk. So Thompson set to step in. Alexis singled her last time up. Last 2 times up she singled. Takes a pitch and out gets away from the catcher Pittman. Down the second base goes Brown for Tuskegee. So Alexis ahead in the count now. 1 ball, no strikes, and Brown down the second base. 1-0 pitch on its way. Strike down the middle. Thompson's taking that one all the way. Count to 1-1 now. Bottom of the 7th. Thompson pops this one up in foul play. First baseman coming down the line, Gordon, to squeeze that for out number 1 here for Tuskegee in the bottom of the 7th. So Thompson retired after back-to-back singles for her. And Tuskegee with 2 outs remaining now. Stepping in, Caroline Clark picking up a bat for Coach Randall and Tuskegee. Clark, the senior, takes the first pitch off the plate for a ball. Caroline from Tuskegee, Alabama. Pitcher for Tuskegee as well. 8 of 16 batting on the season at .500. Swings and foul tips that one. The count goes to 1-1. Badgers of Spring Hill. Close ball game for the first 5 innings of the contest. Erupted for 3 in the 6th, and they got 5 in the 7th. Clark takes a pitch, and that one's on the corner for a strike. Behind in the count now 1-2. Brown's down at second base after Roldan got a walk. And Caroline takes that pitch on the inside. Count at 2-2. Clark, the bat showing she'll bunt with 2-2. Pulls it back and takes a pitch on the outside. And the count pushed to 3-2 now. 1 down, bottom of the 7th. Tuskegee trailing 8-0 to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Tuskegee number 1 in the West, Lady Badgers number 2. Full count and the delivery. Clark stays alive with a foul ball out of play to our right and just behind us. Caroline, part of that pitching trio for Tuskegee. Hampton, Rose, and Caroline. Swings at that pitch and whacks one right back up the middle. And at the corner now, and sliding back to third base, it's Brown. And Caroline Clark with a hard single up the middle. She's aboard. One down. And Ross will come to the plate for Tuskegee. So Clark is aboard with the single. But fans to my left thinking that perhaps, and rightfully so, Brown should have scored on that ball out to center field. She held up at third base. So Carol Ross now at the plate for Tuskegee with runners at the corners. Takes the first pitch in for a strike. So Brown at third. Carolyn Clark at first. Carol Ross at the plate. Takes the second pitch off the plate for ball two. One down here, bottom of the seventh. That pitch tight on the inside. 2 balls, 1 strike. And it looks like the Lady Badger's going to take a time out here. Jeslyn Gordon, the first baseman, raising her hands, trying to get the attention of the rest of the infield and the umpire to get the timeout, and they took one. And they will gather at the circle, just trying to get their strategy in play. As Carolyn Ross is at the plate for Tuskegee with a 2-1 count. Down at third base for Tuskegee, Akia Brown there, substitute running. As Rodan got a walk, and at first base, Caroline Clark with a smacking center single up the middle. She's at third base. And Ross at the plate with a 2-1 count. Tuskegee trailing at 8-0. After the huddle at the mound, Curry toes the rubber at the circle. 2-1 pitch on its way. That one off the plate. Count at 3-1 now to Ross. Important thing now, base runners. So Ross, the senior from California, 3-1 as Curry pitches. That one splits the plate down the middle, 3-2. This is the pitch here. Carroll's got to be ready on this one. Curry doesn't want to cede this base here. 3-2 pitch, winds and fires. This one popped up and out of play right side. So Ross hanging in there, fighting that pitch off. One down, bottom of the seventh. Tuskegee trailing 8-0. Runners at the corners with one down. 3-2 pitch from Curry. First team all-conference players on its way. This one chopped on the right field and laying out, won't get down. That will go down in the corner for a base hit. Ross able to drive home Brown from third base, and down the second goes Caroline Clark for Tuskegee. So good job of hitting by the senior Carol Ross to single down the right field. Just keep that line moving, and Tuskegee pushes one across. Clark down at second, and to the plate for Tuskegee now. Victoria Harrison steps in. Victoria at the front of the box with that front foot, swings at the first pitch and fouls it off right side. Tim Slaman, umpire, calling for some new balls, or at least some of the retrieved balls as soon as he can get them. 0-1 on Harrison. Curry with the pitch. That one off the plate. Count at 1-1. Clark down at second. Ross over at first. Both players singled to get on the bags. 1 run driven in here in the bottom of the seventh. This one popped up and out of play. The fans getting a good workout here, retrieving foul balls here inside the softball complex. Players will do it. but some of the fans volunteering to do some work as well in terms of keeping play moving. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Harrison steps back in. 1 down, bottom of the 7th. Tuskegee trailing 8-1 now. Curry with the pitch. Change of pace on the pitch, and that one's a ball. Two after that's pitched up the middle. And Curry now, this one chopped on and foul and out of play as Harrison stays alive for Tuskegee.
Come on, don't reach it now, let's go.
Victoria trying to get aboard here to keep that line moving. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Tuskegee trailing 8-1. Runners second and first. Victoria squares in the box and readies as Curry is ready to 2-2 pitch here. This one chopped out to right field, and that one's in line. The catch is going to be made by Carter there. Clark has to stay put at second base, and so does Ross at first. So Harrison gave it a charge out in the right field, but it stayed up in the air too long, and Carter able to run up under it for out number 2. So Morales at the box now for Tuskegee. Trying to keep hope alive and swings at that first pitch and fouls it back. So 2 down. Tuskegee trailing 8-1. Hopes fading here. Morales down in the count 0-1. 2 runners aboard. Curry with the pitch. That one off the plate. Count at 1-1. Curry, the junior from Slidell, she's seen this situation lots of times at Spring Hill. Got a lead, trying to protect it. This one fouled off again by Jessica at the plate. And Jessica falls behind 1 and 2. Curry on the pitch. This one out in the left field. Tracking that one though is Glowacki, and she'll have the catch there. And that'll end this first ball game here at the Tuskegee Softball Complex. Lady Badgers of Spring Hill win game 1, 8-1 over the Lady Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Tuskegee and the Lady Badgers playing tight right on up to the 6th inning, and that's when the Lady Badgers were able to get 3, and they push across another 5 in the 7th. They win it 8-1. We'll take a break, get you set for the second bill of our doubleheader action between the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Stay with us on GTSN.
For 5-star backyards, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Hey, are you fixing the power?
Yep, I'm gonna get the lights back on.
Yeah, my power went out and I have to start level 14 all over again in our game.
Yeah, why didn't mine go out?
Well, we have this technology that can stop an outage in its tracks.
Why?
So less people will be affected during the outage.
Why?
So you can make the level 15?
Come on, Brian. Let's go to your house and keep playing.
Good luck, guys.
Golden Tiger fans, I'm Anthony Holloman, Commissioner of the SIAC, and this is Golden Tiger Sports Network.